Hello, everybody. For anyone that's new, my name is Natalie, and I'm here to do part 2 of the collective readings for, this will be for the signs of Aries, oh my gosh, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Yes, there's 6 more to go. I did the other 6 last night, part 1, so we're now into part 2. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. I didn't get much sleep. Well, no sleep last night at all, due to the rain and the windstorm that we had. The wind kept me awake all night. It was ferocious, to say the very least. It was very ferocious. Okay, where are we? Where is everybody? There's Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. All the way from Aussie. Addie Shenry. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Or Chenry. It's a ch or a sh. I think it's a Chenry. Addie Chenry. Yes, there we go. Okay. Yeah, the wind was ferocious here. People just a 10-minute drive up the road. They all lost their power up there. I don't know what happened to us. We got lucky. And then at one point, I got up at about 2:30. I stayed up. I said I can't sleep. So I made a cup of tea and was very appreciative and grateful for that cup of tea, because it could have I was sitting in my armchair and I had Little Bear with me. If Stewie jumped down off of his sleeping spot and he walked over to us, he didn't give a crap about the dog. He wanted up. I said, come on up. He come up, and he was curled up right here. I was leaning back in my armchair, and he was curled right here, holding on to me. And then there was the dog. I felt like I was drowning in fur. And he's never done that before. And I'm like, geez, it made me a little uncomfortable, because I'm thinking animals know more than we do, right? Boys, oh boys, that must be some friggin' storm. And the wind got really, really bad. There is damage. So I think the last I heard was real early this morning. There was almost 10,000 without 10,000 homes with no power. So I got lucky. Very, very grateful. Something else is my tea's going to go cold over there. There we go. It started to cool off already. Damn. All right, there we go. But anyway, I'm tired. Trying to catch up on sleep all day, and I can't get past an hour, and I'm awake again. And jeez. Anyways, maybe I'll sleep good tonight. Maybe. So we're going to begin these readings here with the sign of Aries. Will be the first sign that's up tonight. I'll pull 3 cards per sign. I'm still looking at the yellow light. Oh, for heaven's sakes. What's it doing? Updating again or something foolish? I see no reason why it's doing that. That light should be green. I don't know why I bother sometimes. Come on, turn green. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Everybody else, check your subscriptions. I wanted to share this with the Facebook group, but I don't know if I can't even get the green light to come back. It's being real stubborn here. Stubborn. I've been working on my level of patience all day because I'm tired and I'm frustrated. So I'm trying real hard to sit here and not go off on a whole string of, oh, thank you. All I had to do was ask. There it is. It's green. All right. We should be good to go. Let's get our shuffle up. I'm pulling 3 cards. 1 for the rest of October, 1 for November, and 1 for December, right through to the end of December, to see what's coming up for everybody. So we're beginning with Aries. What's up for Aries for October, November, December? What's coming up for Aries? First time I've shuffled today, guys. Come on. This is for Aries. Okay, I'm going to do one run through. There we go. What is the timestamp? Is 10:55. 10:55 maybe. I got to write that down. 10:55 for Aries. There, 10 minutes in. All right, there we go. It's nice having the smudges back. If it wasn't for the grandpa's beard that I have in the smudges, it wouldn't have burned. That cedar's still damp. It's not quite dry enough. But with the grandpa's beard, it's great. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck right here, Aries, and we're going to start right there on the cut. Very first card that I pull for you, Aries, for the rest of October. Are you going to start this tonight? I don't argue with tarot, but I don't like it sometimes when things come up. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Okay. 9 of Wands, defense. For some of you, this is from here on out till the end of October. This is sometimes called, it can be overwhelming. This card sees some of you feeling defensive over something you said or did, your actions, finding yourself having to defend what you've done, what you've said. Somebody else could be questioning it and writing you about it. This could be I'm thinking this is a work thing, is what it is. Something that happened at work, something that you just took the liberty and you went ahead and thought you were doing the right thing. Supervisor, manager, whoever, they're above you. And they've been writing you all week about it, and you've been defensive because whatever it was that you did can't be undone. That sounds interesting, whatever that is. But it does put you on the defense, feeling like you need to defend what you said, what you did. Where's my book? But yeah, nines as well. It can get pretty, because it's 9 in tarot, it can get pretty intensive. All right. Intensity goes along with the 9s. It's not a little bit of something or mediocre something. It's a great big something. Do you know what I mean? But wands being about the practical things in life, and one of them is work. It's your job. It's where you live. It's what you drive. It's your income. It's your habits every day. It's the practical things. On one side of this card, the 9 sees, what it sees for you is you. You're exerting yourself to the fullest, because you're feeling protective about your job, your property, or otherwise, well, as I said, you're defending your actions. You even may have made some sacrifices here before this, and you may feel like you need to justify these by staying put, standing your ground. I didn't give that up for nothing. I didn't change that for nothing. I'm going to stand my ground. It may have happened already, but I'm standing my ground. I'm not walking away from that. It's some kind of change you may have brought in, is what I'm thinking, Aries. Some kind of a change. You've made some kind of changes in your life, and it's immediately about you. Both things affect you. They affect your life. They affect the way each day goes. But you've made a couple, and you're standing by that. And somebody else is saying, well, come on, can we move on from here? Let's, forget about, I'm not forgetting about nothing. I didn't go through all of this to end up here, to turn that all upside down. I'm not doing it. That's going to be your attitude. If not, it should be your stance and your attitude. Make sure that what you sacrifice for is relevant now in your life. For maybe one or two of you, ask yourself, what I did then, I sacrificed, I put a lot of my heart and soul into that. I meant what I did. It was exactly what I wanted to do. And do I still want to be there? Do I still want that? I don't know what this is. Do I still want to be in that place? Is it relevant now? If it's not relevant, why are you still holding on to that spot, that thing, that situation? Why are you still holding on to it? You're a feeling of needing to be constantly on something, constantly watching, constantly aware, constantly diligent with something here. I know this sounds like riddles, but I'm sorry, that's what's coming out. But you just have to ask yourself, is this an exhausting habit that you just can't let go? Or is this a free will choice? Well, I'm holding on to that because I want to, because yes, it is. It's relevant to me right now. It matters to me right now. It affects me right now, whatever this is. The advice of the card is for you to go through and go ahead, protect what is yours. You don't need to explain anything there. You don't even let people make you feel defensive. You protect what you feel is yours by all means. But try to free up your thinking. Maybe relax things a little bit. Create some mental space to start planning for your future, instead of holding on to this, whatever these things were. I've seen two things, two happenings, two situations. And sacrifices were made. Like, you gave a big part of yourself to make that happen. Has it served its purpose? Has it, should it even still be the way it is? Maybe you should change it, adjust it. Give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more. I keep hearing the word, like somebody made a move of some kind. Aries. Some of you may have made a move. The sense of something large as life being moved from one place to another. Keywords here for you are determination, challenges, sacrifices, hard work, protection, but there's rigidity and there's fear. You have to become a little bit of an introvert to figure out what's really going on. What's going on with you inside. I don't know, but other people have an opinion about this. That's for the rest of this month. Let's see what else, what other kind of damage we can do for you. We've got wands again, and this is, oh my goodness, for November. We got wands again. All right. For some of you, this could mean something as simply as passing some kind of a test, and you're hoping to come out ahead, at least to have a passing grade of some kind. I have no idea what this is. None at all. None. I don't know. But it's about something that's practical, or practically affects your life in a practical way. It is a card. It is 5, and there's never anything much good comes out of 5s when they come up. They're there to stir up the pot, you might say. It's a card of competition. Finding yourself competing. You know who your biggest competitor is, don't you, Aries? Your most challenging competitor is you. You are. The Aries that I know, they are fire through and through. They are spitfire. Sometimes they can be their own worst enemy if they act on pure emotion, and they won't let logic or common sense come into the picture. It's pure emotion, and they more not an act or react. They react, and it's loud, and it's quick. I'm not saying there's anything even wrong with that. I'm just saying is what I'm doing. So let me see here. Hello, Elizabeth Vasquez. Hello, hello. I just popped back into the chat screen here. So, the 5 of Wands. Like I say, 5s never really bring anything good. There's nothing to click your heels together about. Sometimes the 5s can bring in a lot of reality, a little bit too much, and wanting to just deal with the Aries wants to know what it is they need to do to stay one step ahead. Aries likes to be able to anticipate what's needed before anybody knows that it's needed. They're funny as hell. 9 out of 10 times. Aries are very comical. They've got a really kind of a warped, maybe a little twisted, maybe a little dark humor, right? The ones that I've known, they can get away with saying things maybe I couldn't get away with saying, because people would go, oh, can't believe she said that, you know? But yet if an Aries was to sit here and say the same thing, that's so funny. It's not fair. I'll tell you that. That's not fair. But this is a card about competitions. If you're not actually literally being tested, you know, in the real world, right? Then you're feeling tested in an emotional way, in a mental way, in an intellectual way, that you're being tested by something. And if you allow it to happen, and Aries, if I tell you to not let it happen, I know what you're like, you won't let it happen. So you may have some arguments about it, but you're not to let anybody overwhelm you at this time. Don't stand for it, is what I'm saying. Walk away from it and say, I don't want to hear, don't want to hear it. Get on your broom and fly out of there, you know? Don't let people overwhelm you, no matter who they are. I don't care if it's your children, your grandchildren, your husband, your brother, your mother. Do you know? I don't care who it is. Don't let them overwhelm you. When you wake up each day, the first nanosecond that you're aware that you're waking up and it's morning, you're alone, very alone. Up until literally a nanosecond before that, you were alone. You go to sleep at night. When you fall into sleep, you're alone again. I don't care if there's 5 people in the same bed with you, you're alone. You've got to make you happy. And things have to be copacetic and they have to be harmonious in order for you to snap it through your day. You know, when you're on top of the day and it feels good and you got some stuff done and you made some people happy, and it just seems like if I had to have a close, perfect day, this is probably pretty close. And that's how you try to do things. When things don't unfold that way, Aries can get upset. And we do not want Aries being upset. We don't want to witness that, because here comes the fire. That's what you guys are all about. You're not dull. Aries is not dull, and Aries is not boring. As a matter of fact, they go a little bit the other way. Do you know, maybe a little bit too much. I have had Aries friends, and they usually keep me on the edge of my seat. What the hell are they going to do next? What the hell is going to come out of their mouth next? Never knowing. And when things happen, or they say something, you're still, even though you know it's coming, you're not ready for what's being shown. From an Aries, you're just in shock and going, what the hell? You know what I mean? It's like Twilight Zone stuff, almost. So, oh boy. For anybody that, if you have a family at home, and I mean the mom, the dad, the kids, and all of that, your children could get a little demanding at this time. Well, it's that time of the year too. It's November, right? November's a challenging month. Just keep your head above water in an emotional and a healthy mental health way. It's a hard month for a lot of people. So the kids, if we're having a struggle, kids are having a struggle too. You know, Halloween's gone. It's over for a whole other year to them, and a whole other year is a lifetime. And Christmas is still a ways away, but it's the next one. And they're almost afraid to get excited about it too early, but that's all they have. Maybe you can work towards that. I don't know, but where there's a will, there's a way to make. If the children are happy, then mama's usually happy. And if mama's happy, what? Everybody's happy when mama's happy. So that's the way it works, right? For those that work outside the home, people that you work with, you may be going through a bit of a struggle just for a couple days. This isn't everlasting. But you feel like your 2 cents you like to put into your job, your opinions when opinions are called for, or having, you know, staff meetings, this sort of a thing, and you want, it's like you can't get heard. There's a couple days in there and you're not, go inward. Just keep it inside. Don't force anything. You say, fine, the forces aren't working with me. No one's they're not meant to hear me right now. That's fine. That's fine. But it's going to bug the bejesus out of me if in a couple of days after that, they come out and they say this idea, and I already thought of that before anybody did, but I couldn't get it out there. It's just one of those things. We can't control everything. There's other people here. They have the same destinies, the same fate affects them as yours affects you. We can't control them no more than they can control control us. I mean that overall. Your communication sector is probably going to get pretty busy in November as well. And by that I mean emails. It may be cards, Christmas cards coming in the mail, a lot of phone calls. There may be a meeting or two that there's at least one that you're going to feel pulled in two directions at the same time. It's kind of like you double booked. Maybe a doctor's appointment or a car appointment. I'm not sure. But anyway, your keywords here, don't do this. First word is posturing. If it's somebody else, you need to watch out for that. But don't you do it. You can control that. Don't pretend to be something that you're not or somebody that you're not. Don't do that. And then we've got a big ego and a lot of pride going on with this card as well. Don't let that be the end all to be all for you. Okay? There's debates, a little bit of arguing here and there. And like I said, feeling like the universe or somebody or something is testing you. Testing your patience, maybe. People's opinions being thrown at you, and you're not wanting any part of that. So opinions are part of it. Communications are highlighted here, and a bit of an overload. It's all of too much going on at once. November will not be boring for you at all, Aries. But it's other people. Of course it is. Isn't it always? A lot of these problems you're going to be saying to yourself, I wouldn't have these problems if I was off alone somewhere. If I could just be alone and pull myself from the world. Aries, you can't do that. No, that doesn't fit your personality at all. It's to do the single lone wolf thing. Doesn't really work. You get too much passion and fire. And other people bring that out in you. And without other people, you may as well lay down and die, right? This sort of a thing. The next card we're looking at here for December, right through to the end of the month. Wow. Wow. Holy chamoly. You got the death card, but no, there's no death. This is transformation. But something ending in your life. This something, whatever this something is, when it ends, and it's ending, Mother Nature's having a play here. It's all about life and the way life can go and the way life is, but something's going to end in the most natural way. It's played itself out the way it was supposed to, and it's moving out. It's sliding out of your life. Once that, whatever that is for you, these are general readings, remember, whatever that is for you, Aries, it's as final as death. Once you let something, you can't get this back, whatever it is. If that makes sense to anybody, I don't know. But you cannot, it's gone. It's like trying to revive the dead, literally, and it can't be done. Once you're gone, you're gone. This situation, this something, it could be anything, because it's a general reading. I can't say if it's a person. I can't say if it's your job. I can't, there's a lot of things, right? But whatever it is, it's leaving your life. This is just for some of you. But something new is getting ready. It's right on the horizon. It's right there. Right there. You can almost see the shadow of it. And it's going to come sliding into place again, as natural as can be. So, And to prove to you, anybody that's regular with me, and they already know the definition of this card, but I like to tell this story. But this is a fishing dory, all right? It's a big boat. It's fishing dory. And she was built to ride the waves of the sea, the Atlantic Ocean, and take her fishermen out to fish their weirs, to have their daily catch, to support their families and feed their families and give their families a life. They used her well, she served them well, and one day 5 or 6 fishermen stood on the headland, hands in pockets, and they watched her sink out in the middle of the bay, in the middle of the ocean, either one. And they said, she's dead in the water now, boys. It's time to build another. Let's go. And away they went. And she slowly sunk to the seabed floor. And here's the thing. You see the rays coming down? These are blessings from the universe, smiling on her. She's not dead at all. She just been repurposed. She now has a new purpose. That's how strong this impact's going to be for somebody, for some Aries. All right, it's going to be um, big impact here for a couple people. I don't feel a lot. I feel maybe two. I don't care if 10,000 see this video. I'm feeling two people. Huge impact going on here. You're not dead in the water either. That's a metaphor, right, for you as a person. But something's going to come to an end for you and something else. And that's what she's done. She serves another purpose now. She's not dead. She homes a lot of marine life, and there's everything you can think of that's around her, right? And then there's that microscopic food that you can't see that comes off her hulls, her decks. She homes other animals, sometimes octopus and stuff hide in those dark holes. Some fly in to take refuge from large predators. She's got all kinds of uses now. She serves a positive purpose, and so will you. Because something was removed doesn't mean something, whatever that is, ends for you. It doesn't end for you. All right, it continues on. Where's my, there we go. There's my book, being major arcana as well. So it's not like the death card isn't bad, but it does mean, you know, everybody's got their own definition of what's big to them, what's important to them, right? So this is all relative, right? Well, it's, yeah, it's how you relate to this. And some people will say, I really like the death card because it means that, you know, I've got some changes coming up, and they're probably going to be good-sized changes, right? Will it change my life overnight? It might. I can't say that it won't. All I can say is it could. It's a beautiful card overall. There's no stagnation. I can tell you that with this card. So this card, it doesn't mean, as I said, a physical death. It expresses a great change in your life, a transformation that is essential if you're to begin a brand new phase. You see, some things we have to let go of before we can start anything new. Whatever you no longer need is going to be taken from you. Death is necessary for something new to be born. This may be unsatisfying work. It could be a relationship that feels stuck. It could be anything that constitutes old ways of being, old ways of living, and thinking as well, including holding on to habits that no longer serve you and you're not getting anything out of it, so why are you still doing it? That kind of a thing. You got to ask yourself. But death does clear away confusion. It brings the situation to a natural conclusion. All natural. It's just like you couldn't have planned it out better. If you had a hand in it, you couldn't plan it out any better. It's comfortable. A little bittersweet for some, maybe. But from this point onward, new people, new ideas, and opportunities are about to enter your life, and a new era is going to beckon for you. Okay? And at the end of this card, when the time is up from according to the reading, you're going into a brand new year, so it's quite appropriate. It's very appropriate. Brand new beginnings all the way around for you. This is beautiful, really, when you think about it. The advice is allow what will be. That's what I say, try not to fight everything. Aries is always ready for something along those lines. Rather than resisting the change that needs to happen, don't resist it. Some things are going to come to be. They're going to come to pass you. Embrace them. They're part of the bigger picture. Even if we remove something that's not to our liking in a situation, it can change the whole situation. So you're going to sacrifice everything for one little thing you don't like? That's something for somebody to think about. Your keywords are rebirth and endings, change, beginnings, release, relief, and conclusions. So there you go, Aries. That was your reading. All right, what's coming up next? We've got Taurus. Let me get a drink of my tea before it goes cold again. Okay, so that was an interesting reading. There's a lot going on there. An awful lot going on there. So the next reading, I'm going to get my book and my pen out so that I don't forget while I'm thinking about it. That was 27 minutes. That's a bit long for these readings. I like to be a little quicker, but I take the messages as they're coming in. So we got some wind and rain back, but the storm's not quite over us yet. But I put the window open because I get too warm when I'm reading. I always do. So Taurus is next. Let's see here. There, go there. I tell you this with that storm. I'm like forever thankful that it didn't come down in the form of snow, and it could have. You know, that was wild last night. My house was, there was a few points, it thrummed. There was a thrum, you know, and then you hear crack. You hear this mom, like something settling, moving. And I was like, oh my God. And then a couple of times, I swear to God, the windows all bowed in. I swear they did. Because that's what it looked like. I stood there and went. I felt this down suction, and I don't know what I felt it. You know what I mean? I got up and I was walking up my hallway into this part of the house, and it was and no wonder the cat got a little freaked out, and he never. It's the first time I ever seen him get freaked out over weather, any kind of weather. I opened the door for a minute to catch some video, and I got like, I don't know, it wasn't even a minute long. Trees blowing, and the dog come up behind me and stood there and barked and barked and barked. He did not want me out on that deck. Isn't that something? I'm like, okay, I'm coming in. Calm down. So, yes, you guys got more today, because I know you guys had a storm the other night, and that's what we got today, was that storm, wind and rain storm. I don't know how much rain's down. I'm lucky where I'm situated right here, right now, because I checked the weather just before I turned the cameras on, and the wind gusts are still up to 52. So I don't know, and I'm not feeling that here, not tonight. I got the rain though. This is for Taurus. Please Spirit, bring forward any enlightenment, heads up, knowledge, intelligence, guidance, epiphanies, anything to help our Taurians along here for the month of October. What is left of this month into November, right through to the end of December, right up to the new year. This is for Taurus. So many people pop into my head when I do Taurus, because I've known so many, you know. Not any that would be watching. Put it that way, though. At least I don't think so. All right, Taurus, I'm going to cut right here. Right here. Let's see what we got. First card. First card, Taurus. Interesting. The King of Swords for the rest of October here is what you have going on. My music's too. One moment. It's distracting me. They do that repetitive ding, 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 and it goes on and it goes on, and I don't like that. There. It's okay, baby. Go back to sleep. Mommy just had to turn that down. There we go. That's a good boy. Go sleepies. That's a good boy. Right back under the chair. I freshened his bed up there yesterday, I think it was. So, you know what dogs are like. Things will start to smell like a dog. So I took what I had set up under there is big flannel blankets is what they are, and I fold them up all nice and comfy for him. But anyways, he's on a fresh one now. This is the King of Swords. It's a card representing ambition. It just shows here, Taurus, that you have goals that you want to complete, you want to achieve. For some of you, 44-4. Okay, yeah, 40. Yeah, all right, good. Jennifer, I missed that. See? You see, I get distracted and other things on my mind, and I forget things. My intentions are always in the right place, but okay. Thank you. Got it. There we go. Beautiful. Looks good too. Okay. We're in the countdown. Is that applying to you? Is it? Definite goals? Yeah. Because that's the card of high ambition with the king here. This guy, the energy he can represent, it may represent energy, and it could represent a real person in your life, depending who's, yeah. He's a great strategist. He usually has leadership, or there's going to be you taking the bull by the horns kind of a thing. Taking the lead position in something, okay, that's it. I got this. I got it. I got this. A lot of that going on here. Let me get the book out for a sec. He's impatient to succeed. It's going to be a challenge for you to have patience. So we're getting that coming through. It's just showing this frustration of impatience. Things where you want things done yesterday. You always want things done yesterday. There's nothing dark with him. It's not like that, but I'm really feeling he's more of an energy for most of you, is what I'm feeling here. Wind's changing direction, coming out of the south. He's it's the way his stance, the way he is being portrayed here. He's somebody that's a man, that's an energy. It shows you're in control and you're ready for just about anything, right? Just about anything. Being prepared, not being surprised. You know what I heard was, do you think I just crawled out from under a cabbage patch? You think I'm stupid? Please. You know, and that's the worst thing somebody could do to you, or even me for that. Insult your intelligence. Boy, are they in for a whiplashing. Really. Because of this card showing up in your reading. Yes, most definitely. This energy is all about being on the ball, pre-anticipating things before they come. That's a gift almost, right? This man's very clever. The energy's all about clever, being sharp. As I said, leadership qualities coming in. For anybody in a professional career, there's going to be some kind of a growth spurt, a jump. Could be promotion. Like I said, this guy's a great strategist. He's very charming. And people know him as being a very ambitious person, or they could just be the energy calling on you to really put your thinking cap on so that you can strategize the quickest, the easiest, the most efficient way to get things to happen for yourself, to get things done while remaining realistic. There's the challenge right there, right? Don't underestimate your own influence. You can exert pressure here if you need to, Taurus. All right, if it's needed, you can pull on that. You can pull on that. Don't hold back on that. You'd be selling yourself short. As I said, though, he's very impatient to succeed. Other people with this energy, and you're about to undertake something, there's point A, point B, point C. This energy takes you from point A to point C and skips all the bull crap in between. Not interested in the journey. I just want to get this done. There's the energy. I don't care. I just want to get this done. This also, okay, yeah, you're going to be okay, Taurus, because also with this card, the energy being brought in is offering a very calm, a very logical, easy judgment. You know, Non-prejudiced against anybody here, open to everybody. You're open to everything and around you, which shows you're a well-formed person. Knowing that there's going to be unexpected things that come up, but you're prepared for that. Mentally, you're expecting it. Whatever these things may be, may come as a shock to you. Individually, one by one, as things unfold, but you know, and it's not like you weren't expecting these things to happen. Another additional meaning to this card sometimes affects legal matters that may need your attention just now. It could be anything from signing a contract to getting permission for something, is what I'm hearing. If you're identifying with this card, take a logical approach to whatever the challenges are that are in front of you. Look at them logically, especially if you feel overwhelmed. You break things down in a logical way. You'll be able to deal with them a lot better, a lot smoother. This is a time for mental agility rather than emotions, so don't let emotions get the best of you here. The advice of the card is to always look at your facts before you make a decision. So you'll be a well-informed person, right? And the key words here we're looking at are fairness and balance, beautiful things, incisiveness, decisions, strength, justice, and support. That's a lot going on in October for some of you. But something's popping up, but you're waiting for it. You say it's not going to be an uneventful month here in October. There's going to be things popping up. I'm just not sure what's popping up until they get here. Kind of a thing for some of you. So you know, my father used to say, Jennifer, what are you doing worrying about tomorrow when tomorrow's not even here yet? There's nothing for you to worry about tomorrow. Yeah, but this is supposed to happen. Supposed to, nothing. It's not here yet. It may not happen at all, and you would have worried for nothing. He used to say that an awful lot. Love and light to you, Mystery. I didn't know you were here, but I'm glad that you were. That's beautiful. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your house full. The second card we're looking at here for the month of November, really. There's a lot of growth going on here for Taurus. You got the High Priest. He always represents, he's the teacher of tarot. He's the wise person. There's a portal between our world, man's world, human world, terra firma, of course, the metaphysical, right? And he's got a foot. He stands in the middle of this portal. He's got a foot in each world. He's in and out all the time, and sometimes in both. He's the wise teacher. He's the grand teacher, which tells me there's lessons here that you're going to be learning. The month of November, I just heard, it's going to have an impact on you. For some, only till April. There's something between November to April. I don't know what that is, but there's an impact being made. That's just one of the many things coming up with this card. Expect the worst, right? Yeah, John. Yeah. It's kind of like expect the worst, so when the worst happens, it won't feel so bad. You know, and you won't be taken by surprise. But there are challenges to meet when this guy shows up. And if you leave yourself here with this gesture, holding the staff, right, and his hand out, offering to help, offering to bring wisdom to you, wanting you to think on your own feet, but he's trying to show you the way. The wisdom is there for you to grab and embrace. If you're looking to learn lessons and you're really looking to mature and you're really looking to grow in your life, you embrace. And unfortunately, it's sometimes, more than enough times, oh, that breeze feels nice coming in. It smells good too. Could smell the trees outside. It's that time of year. Oh, it's beautiful. I was noticing that the other day. But the lessons that we pull out of negative situations seem to be the ones that always They ride forefront and center because that's not ever going to happen again. That was not a pleasant experience. I will never let that happen again. I won't make that mistake again. We won't go there again. And there's all kinds of agains. It depends on who you are, right? But there's kind of like that kind of a thing going on here. Pretty intense cards here tonight, guys. Jeez, you know. The High Priest, yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Things are simple. They're more simple than what we think they are. We're the ones that tend to, I mean Taurus, but people in general, are the ones to complicate things when we don't need to do that. It's like making a good soup, right? And you've been working at this soup all day, and then somebody comes in and they taste it when you're not in the room. They go, needs more salt, needs more pepper. Well, they just unbalanced the soup for what you were going for. This kind of a thing. There's a show of disrespect, and you can't tolerate that. I'll tell you one thing right now about Taurus. Taurus are very proud people. You don't talk down to a Taurus. You don't talk out of the way to a Taurus. You don't do that. You don't. You always talk with a Taurus with the utmost respect. They have a lot of pride, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a fault. They just demand respect. They see other people being disrespected, and it disturbs them, and all they can think of, that's never going to be me. I wouldn't take that for nothing, you know. About the High Priest here, normally he, as far as the card itself goes, the generic meaning is, more times than not, he represents an orthodox religion, such as marriages and ceremonies, religious ceremonies. The gifts of him that he's offering to you are wisdom and leadership. These are the gifts of the High Priest. He's a man of learning. What he suggests for a few of you is that education may be an option for you right now, and if it is, it's something for you to not dismiss, but to embrace and think about it. Learning curve coming up. He's also predicting beautiful unity in your life in two ways. The first way, the unity of your body, your mind, your soul, so that you feel connected to your intuition and closer to your guides. The second one is he represents the unity of two people as they come together as one. And this represents a celebration of two being joined as one, usually indicating marriage or cohabitation or something along those lines. And then the big meaning of the card, and for some of you this will hit home, is what's brought to attention is convention and tradition within the family structure. Following convention, not going against it, and following tradition. But if it isn't for you, you'll squirm. You won't enjoy it. You won't like it. You may even feel restricted by another's traditional beliefs. Whatever that shot in the dark's all about, I have no idea. But the advice of this card is for you to listen to your own inner wisdom. Don't doubt yourself so much. Ask the universe if you're feeling overwhelmed and unsure. Ask the universe to guide you. All you got to do is ask. Ask for the guidance. And take some peace and knowledge in that. But if you listen to your inner wisdom, it'll guide you to a new learning path, a new learning curve maybe, a new belief, and learning something new in your life. Your keywords are education and traditional beliefs and ceremonies, unity, marriage, values, authority. Very emotional card for the month of November is what I'm getting from this overall. Really, really am. Let me try to put this in perspective here, because it's not one meaning. There's several things that are going, more than several things. There's quite a few things going on for a lot of you with this card for the month of November. I'm not feeling that November, this is going to take over your life. I don't feel like that. This is just stuff. This is everyday stuff. But feeling challenged and learning from your lessons, and lessons are a big part of this card as well. Some of you could be looking at marriage, thinking about it, playing with it in your mind during the month of November. Somebody's wanting to do things right as well, because values and authority and tradition comes into the picture all in one sentence. That tells me if somebody is being I'm just hearing it's time to grow up, it's time to take life a little more seriously now, and maybe think about respecting that of our forefathers before us, kind of a thing. Trying to keep tradition alive for some of you is going to be part of this. But try to implement this without stepping on other people's toes as well. Have the wisdom to not shove something down somebody's throat. All right, is another thing with this card. Your next card we're looking at here, and it's the final card, is for the card of December, right into the end of the month. Artistically, my favorite card. Artistically, my favorite card. But it's not the best card to pull. But this is for December. For one of you, this is for one person. I'm feeling this was probably a man. It's probably a male. This is just for one person, I swear to you. And you're under an illusion about a female. All right? This won't bode well for you in the bigger picture because you're a very proud sign. You're a strong silent type usually. But you're under some kind of an illusion here to do with a woman. I feel this is a romantic relationship, and they're not doing you any favors in the bigger picture. They're leading you to believe one thing when it's not really their truth. They're trying to lead you to believe it is their truth. It's not their truth. You're being slowly pulled into this situation. This person's pulling you in, but they're not being on the level with you, is what I'm feeling. You need to be careful. You need to wake up. There's no such thing as an ideal world. There's no such thing as an ideal relationship. Although we all want to believe that in the beginning. And when you're young and innocent, you want to believe that. I'm going to have the perfect relationship. I'm going to lead the perfect life with the perfect husband, not the perfect wife, the perfect family. None of that exists. None of it. You have to ask yourself, any of you that have met somebody recently. By recently, I say 2 months, maybe. And ask yourself, is this relationship going to stand the test of time? This can be applied to anything, not just a romantic relationship. This could be a job. This could be a move. This could be a change. Is it going to stand the test of time is an important question that you need to ask yourself about. So, as you can tell, this card is all about, if you know anything about astronomy and stuff like that, right? You can see in this picture, we've got the Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights. We've got a gorgeous full moon, and the stars all playing in the background, right? It's certainly an illusion. I can tell you that. And if you want to know why, on a full night of a full moon, stars are hard to see, if you're lucky at all. You wouldn't see the Aurora Borealis. The full moon washes out all that stuff, right? It has to be stuff that's very close to the planet in order for us to take it in on a night like that. So that's an illusion in itself. But the moon in this case, for some of you, is watching what it is that's got your attention. Looking to see where what is it that's got their attention? What are they looking at? And wondering why. What's holding your attention so hard on that? They don't get it, right? And they figure maybe you're not getting the full picture either. I love the card. I like graphically. It's probably my favorite card. Don't let anybody take advantage of your good nature. Most Taurians are very good-natured people. Very, very good-natured people. They're easygoing is what, look at that. That came right up. I didn't even have to look for that in the book. Wow. Don't let doubt and confusion threaten to get in your way. When you start to feel doubt and confusion over any situation during the last month of the year, somebody's leading you on and you're getting that feeling, a little twinge of dread. You picked up on something that you shouldn't have. You weren't supposed to. Kind of a thing. You need to ask yourself if you can see beyond illusion when doubt and confusion threaten to overwhelm you. A situation or relationship may seem appealing under the romantic light of the full moon, but will it stand the test of time and at high noon in the daytime on a sunny day and there are no shadows and everything is glaringly in your face? You're seeing everything. There's no shadows. Not everything can be beautiful either. You may see some untruths, things that you thought were truth and untruths with somebody else. Somebody making a mistake, showing their true colors in front of you, and that wasn't supposed to happen. Aha. Aha. There it is. There's why I had that twinge. Enlightenment going off here, not being disillusioned at all. At all. Bit too much reality coming in. Wanting to temper that away. In a way, a part of you wants to temper it so the sting isn't so bad. Your gut may be telling you not everything is as it seems. You better listen to it. Another meaning of this card is that hidden fears and old memories will surface as you work through an emotional block. That's for somebody. It's not for everybody. Okay. The advice of this beautiful, graphically it's beautiful, right? But you know what? That's the whole kicker behind this card is, oh, what a pretty picture that is. But in reality, that's not the reality. That's not the beauty at all. This is not real as much as we want it to be. It's not the real deal. It's not the real thing. So the advice of this card for the month of December is to give yourself time to work the best way forward, no matter what it is you're being challenged with. Be that relationships or work or anything like that. Work out the best way for you. Your intuition holds the answers if you're asking questions, so pay attention to the messages through your feelings and your dreams, all right? Don't rely so much on logic in this case, okay? There may be a situation where logic has nothing to do with anything. As you approach a problem, logic right out the door. You have to run by the seat of your pants. In other words, tap into your own intuition, your own gut feeling. Ask the universe to guide you. Your keywords on this and the last words when you're reading here are the unconscious and doubt, decisions, dilemmas, sadness, the past, and fear. So the past and fear is dealing with emotional blocks, as the card brought forth for you, for the number. But I'm just feeling you got to be careful around somebody else. If someone doesn't try to take advantage of Taurus's good nature, because Taurus does have a good-natured side to them, very pleasing to most people. Okay, so next we're going to be looking at Gemini. Gemini. All right, Gemini. All right. Here we go. Let's get into her. Get right into the shuffle. All right. You're welcome, Amina. Okay. Gemini. Strange sign, Gemini. Strange. And you know what? According to my numbers, when I was doing my videos the old way, you get tens and tens of thousands of hits and views. Gemini was always the one with the least views. There'd be, if all the other ones had 10, 20, 15, 30,000 views, Gemini, 7,000, 8,000. Always the less. There seems to be less Geminis than any other sign. I don't know. So, 10614. Thank you very much, Lee. 10614. I'm going to write that down as soon as I get through this here. 10614. Thank you. See, I did it again. If you weren't here, Jennifer, I'd mess this up. I'd have to sit here. And it would take me forever to have to edit the video, to put all the timestamps in. Just let me get this through here. 106.14. This is for Gemini, the twins. What is coming up for the rest of this October, this month? What is up for November for them and into the end of December, all the way to the end of December, before they start the new year of 2020. Gemini, Cancer, hi Doc. Cancer will be right after this one. I'm on Gemini. So, I just want to get through these tonight. I'm feeling no sleep all night. My whole day was just a mess. Just a mess. I gotta write that down too. So we both have a copy. It's 106.14 is what it was. 1 hour, yeah. 6. 1 hour. Oh, for heaven's sakes. 1 hour. 6 minutes. There we go. 14. All right. All right. Okay. I'm going to cut the deck, or did I just cut it off? We're going to cut it again. Here we go. Very first card for the rest of this month in October. So, you guys waiting for the crab reading? The very first card, I knew we were going to get haunted by this card, and here we go again. Look what you got. Gemini. Defense. What the hell? What the hell is with this card? There's always one. And I get sick of seeing it. Why can't that happen with the Ace of Hearts? Tell me that. Riddle me that. Why can't that happen with the 9 of Hearts? I haven't seen that in a long time. What about the 10 of Hearts? Some of the best cards, you know. What about the Manifester? Right? Well, that's what I call them. Why can't they be repetitive? Those are cards I like to see repetitive. Not Fabio of the Ocean, which is a piece of useless whatever. And not the 9 of Wands, because a big heads up for you. And I don't like giving this because it shows for some of you Geminis really facing some challenges. I just heard for 2 unexpected challenges. For 2 people, you're going to be getting challenges you didn't know were coming. You didn't know there was going to be some kind of fallout. You didn't know there's going to be some kind of an upheaval or a change. You didn't know somebody was going to try to nail you for doing or saying something that you did or something that you said. Your responsibility of something that you did, and they're going, why did you this and why did you that? And somebody's at you, and you're feeling on the defense. Whoa, I did what I had to do at that time. I did what I thought was right, and I stand by that. Standing to cover your own decisions and not changing back on that. You really need to take a stance here and say, you got a right to your opinion. I did what I thought was right at the time. End of. So, let me get my book. I'm going to have to get a drink. My tea's gone cold. That's disgusting. I like iced tea, but not like that. Oh, the 9. Why are you showing up here tonight? You know, putting everyone on the defense. I don't like that at all, but it is what it is. We have to suck it up whether we like it or not. This is a card about exerting yourself to your last limit, to the full. This card sees you protecting your job, exerting yourself in that way, your property, or otherwise defending your actions. The card acknowledges you may have made some sacrifices here, Gemini, okay, in the past. You feel somebody coming at you. You're feeling like you need to justify everything that you've done by staying put, and do stand by. I'm hearing that for you as well. Stand to your convictions. Have the courage of your convictions. If you're holding on tightly to something, ask yourself why. That's for somebody out there. I don't know who that's for. But seriously, if you're holding on to something from the past, especially, you just have to say why. Why am I doing this? Why do I have this need of constant diligence over this? Why can't I just let go? Is this a habit now, or is it my free choice to hold on? Or has it become such a habit with me, I can't imagine not holding on to this anymore, being concerned about this anymore. This could have to do with people or anything like that. But not letting go. This isn't, you know what I'm hearing? It's not your problem anymore. It ended a long time ago. You need to release and let go. Just that simple. Okay, Gemini? You need to let go. If it goes against every fiber of your being, then don't let go. Listen to your instinct, right? You listen to your intuition. Protect what is yours by all means. So don't be afraid to be defensive there. Be on the defense, as they say. But free up your thinking. Open your mind a little bit more to life itself. It's not black and white. It's not cut and dry. That would be easy if it were. But create some mental space to start planning for your future. Okay, you can't carry everything from the past with you either. Anybody that's locked into the past, you can't carry that into your future. You need to let it go. The keywords for this card are determination and challenges. Sacrifices that were made before. You won't be making them now in October. But you've made sacrifices before, and you've put in a lot of hard work. You're ready to do more if you have to. Feeling very protective over your life. But some of you, one or two of you, are caught within rigidity and fear. You fear the new because it's unknown. You fear the unknown. I'd rather hang on to this in the past. At least I know that inside out, up and down. I don't know any of this stuff. I don't know anything about that. You know, the only way you're going to grow is to open your doors. All right, so you're seeing the whole world as a whole overall, so that you're learning. But there's nothing wrong with you being defensive over something that you did at the time. Don't let anybody overwhelm you in that way. This is intense, whatever it is. It's not meant for everybody, but for those that it hits home with, it's intense. It's a 9. And 9s are always over the top intense. A lot of passion running, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, even though it's a wand. There's just a lot of inward stuff going on here. Letting go of the past, seeing life for what it is, planning for your future, protecting and defending what you've done up to this point. That's a big thing right there. Okay. Are you kidding me? I shuffled those cards up good. Want to get you at the end. All right. I'm not going to reshuffle. The King of Swords, again, an ambition is what we're looking at here. Never means the same thing twice. For those of you ready to get on top of things and get things in order during the month of October, we'll follow with this here, right here. Having motivation, which is refreshing. Feeling a resurgence of motivation for you, Gemini. If you were getting bored with anything at all, I'm feeling like you've got something to bring to this project. You've got something to bring to the table. And maybe people are surprised by that. They didn't even think of you, but you're coming forward. You're offering services. You're offering your knowledge, your time, your help for whoever it is that you're bringing. And people are shocked. They're going to be surprised, like, wow, you know. And you being Gemini, you don't want any thanks for it. You don't want any glory for it. You don't want any big amounts of credit for it. You're doing what you feel is that you're very black and white about the whole thing. Very black and white. Saying, no, I just was able to fill a need. I was able to help out. I was able to bring forth information. And to some people, it's like it was a big puzzle that they couldn't pick up until you, the glue, showed up. It's metaphor. And now it's all held together. Everybody's just like, wow. what a difference. And just shocked, because Gemini, it's Gemini, you know. I know Geminis that are nerds. So for them to move forward and do something like that is completely awkward for them. They feel awkward, but they feel the motivation and the need, the ambition to move forward with something. Like I said, every card, when it comes up, it means something different. It just doesn't even resemble the last time it popped up at all. Try, and this isn't a far stretch for Gemini to remain. If you're looking at a situation you're part of, you're about to tackle something, looking at things in a logical way is second nature to most Geminis. Very logical. The logical side of their brain weighs heavier and is fuller than the emotional. The emotion is a reach. The emotions are a reach. And again, with this card, what the message coming for is now the time for you to have mental agility anyways, rather than emotion. And Geminis are about mental agility. They want to see the facts and the hardcore facts of anything before they make an opinion, form an opinion, take an action. And that's going on as well. You're asking, bring me more information. I need more to go on. I'm not calling anything here. Some people getting upset because, well, I'm just hearing this. That's all I'm saying. I'm just hearing this. Other people are going, well, I think it's apparent. I think you can read into this. What are we waiting for? And you're not going to be moved by a family, relationship, anything, anybody. There's something going down and you're not going to be moved until you see all the hard, cold facts in front of you. Then you'll make your own call on something. There's your advice. Look to the facts before you make any decisions at all here, Gemini. Be very, very careful in November. This goes for, I'm hearing for somebody buying a brand new vehicle. You make sure you're ready for this. All right. Somebody's buying a big ticket item of some kind. It could be a new home. Somebody's definitely buying a vehicle. You do your background work. All right. Google it. And see what the ratings are. Your gas mileage. Value. This sort of a thing. I just heard this. Gemini's not going to be taken for a fool during the month of November. I don't know what the hell that was all about. Keywords here, you're looking for fairness and balance, and for most of you, Gemini, you will find it. But there's incisiveness and there's decisions. There's strength. There's justice, a support. I'm feeling, Gemini, I really feel this, Gemini, you're pretty black and white, especially during the month of November. You're not letting emotions get in the way at all. You're shoving them off to the side. I feel like there's growth for you. I feel like you're very, very strong in your presence for the month of November as well. That you'll give when you see the call put in place to give it. You see a need, you're willing to fill it. You don't want any adulation or applause for it. You're taking care of yourself, Gemini, during the month of November. You're putting yourself first, which is a smart thing. But you leave a little bit of spare room for everybody else in your life in case they need you. That's a beautiful trait to have. The third card. The third card. That one. And I don't like this guy either because he's nothing but be aware of the people that are around you during the month of December. Pay no mind to idle talk or rumors or gossip that get back to you. Don't take it seriously. Somebody around you is certainly not all they appear to be. It's this guy right here is pretending to be a friend, a buddy, somebody that you're supposed to feel not really close to, but somebody that you know, I don't know if they're within the family or what they are, distant, but somebody all of a sudden is kind of like in your life and they're there more and more. They're very charming. They're very, very witty. This page, he may bring you incorrect information and messages. So you check behind everybody. Anybody gives you anything, you check your facts behind them. Do the background work. This is somebody that's not holding your better interest in their heart, that's for sure. If anything, not to be overly dramatic, this person may want what you have, therefore they want to see you fall. You're going to outweigh them, but there is somebody that's not trustworthy in your life that you're going to encounter during the month of December. Make sure that you start off the month of January without them being a part of your picture. And you'll have no problem with that, Gemini. Cutting someone off at the knees right there, boom, you're gone, out. This sort of a thing. It's a strange card. This card to me is a strange, strange, strange card. We're looking here at being misunderstood. Somebody taking that and running with it on you as well. Make sure that as far as your communications go with anybody during the month of December, that your communications are rock solid clear, that you're clear as mud, as the expression goes, so that communications can't be misunderstood or misread. Don't let anybody speak on your behalf if you're not there. Don't allow anybody to do that for you. Some of you may find yourself signing a contract or other legal documents here before the month is up. Could be like the sale and the ownership of something here. Keywords or complaints. Somebody could get a complaint on the job at work. Some Gemini. Somebody could complain about you at work. It could be this person, as a matter of fact. You'll stay cool, you'll stay calm, you'll get through it, not a problem. There's an awful lot of bitchiness going on around you. There's backstabbing going on, cutting words being used, politicating, legal issues and paperwork. And November I see as kind of a heavy month for you, Gemini, and I'm really sorry to say that, but a busy month, a heavy month, serious stuff coming up. But in the end, you're rolling with it. And you're dealing with it just fine, thank you very much. I see you, Gemini, standing on your own. Excuse me, standing on your own. Doing things right the first time, Gemini, so you don't have to backtrack and redo anything. You're taking your time and you're not allowing any pressure to come in on you either. So there's that. So that was your reading, Gemini. The next one to come up, and I'm going to get myself a drink first. The next one to come up is, oh my, yeah, I need a drink. Cancer. Huh? Okay, just one moment here as I get myself a cold drink. Oh dear. All right, let's see. Ice. Ice, ice, baby. Come on. Okay, there we are. Hi, Kathleen. That's us, I know. Oh, dear. Scorpio was done last night. Hi, W. NW. NW. Yeah, it was done last night. You have to go back to part 1. Go to the channel, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Look at the videos, under videos, and it's part 1. Okay. The dog is under the chair where he usually is, and he's sound asleep. Oh, wouldn't they be nice, Doc? Oh, wouldn't they be nice to get them? You're welcome. Thank you very much, Jen. I hope so. Alrighty. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I just want to have a really good December. That's all I care about. I want to make up for last year. Big time. Alright. Got to get our shuffle up first, right? I got after this, I got Leo and... What? Oh my gosh, I'm almost done. I'm making good time tonight. That's great. How does a pen disappear so often? Every time I put it down, I can't find it again. Where's my flipping pen? Oh my God, that drives me. There it is. Couldn't see it. All right, I'm going to get ready to write Cancer down in a moment. Yeah, I did. I'm telling you, I was bummed out so bad. Hi, Medea. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Joni. But yeah, it was. My tree stood there. I got an artificial tree, which I'd like to have a real one this year. I prefer a real tree, but anyway. And my tree sat there for 2-3 weeks. The whole month of December just sat there with nothing on it. Nothing. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. Recovering from 2 surgeries. It was a bad Christmas. Oh, I hated I didn't hate it, but I felt resentful. I love Christmas. Natalie, if you look it up, what's the meaning in Natalie? It means child of Christmas. There you go, right? I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I'm sorry. I need a light-up pen, yeah. Jennifer, don't be doing what I think you're thinking on doing. You're making this little list. Coffee cup warmer, a pen that lights up. I don't want no naked man on it. And you don't turn them upside down. Don't give me, no. Okay. I have no idea. Joni, I'm not an astrologer. So I don't know. When it comes to astrology, when Jupiter's going to be in Leo, I have no idea. There's probably astrologers in there, so go ahead and answer Joni Eisenberg's question. When will Jupiter be in Leo? We do need a good end of the year. This is for Cancer. This is for Cancer. Please bring forth anything that we need to know. Ask that Spirit be extra present during the reading for Cancer for the month of October, what's left of this month, into November, right through to the very end of December. What's coming up for Cancer? What do we need to know about? What do we need guidance in? Do we need to be pointed in a certain direction? We need to be pulled back from some... I'm feeling cut right here. Believe it or not, I better not see that 9 of Wands again. I'm going to get mad. Oh. Hey, Doc, pretty close. You got the 9. We got the 9 of Pentacles right off here. Right off. You know, I'm going to do something I haven't done through these readings. I'm laying all 3 cards out together here. Wait till you guys see that. Oh. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, now. It's got my attention. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now. Um, okay, I'll tell you what we got. We got the Nine of Pentacles. This is for the rest of this month. Look what we've got for November. But for December, this is interesting. All right. Should have been doing that all along, pulling all three instead of one at a time. I was trying not to overwhelm myself. That's what I was trying to do. The Nine of Pentacles. Again with the nines, and nines are over the top. They're intense. A lot of intensity going along with this, a lot of passion, a lot of color with this card. But you got the Nine of Pentacles representing money, of course, representing creativity. And I always say Pentacles bring Pentacles and Cups. They bring a lot of color into one's life. This is a card of gratitude, putting up gratitude, not holding back gratitude, given reason to be feeling gratitude in the first place, Cancer. I know, me too. I like it too. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So, being given reason to be overwhelmed with gratitude, just the very thought of it is very, it's moving almost, is what I'm feeling here. This is sometimes what I call as well, the self-celebration is not your birthday. It's different from your birthday. This is paying homage and honor to the universe, your creator. I always say universe covers everything, right? But giving your thanks up. It's something separate from your birthday. As people, we celebrate our birthdays. This card is it's a card of saying thank you to the universe for bringing me here in the first place. I want to celebrate that, and I put honor up to it. It's the highest honor you could ever pay back, is by honoring the creator, the universe, for bringing you here in the first place, for being brought into this life to walk in the land of the living, to leave your mark, to fill your purpose. Okay. But you're to celebrate yourself, because it's out of respect for the universe for being here. It's a whole different thing. And sometimes I get that message from this card. Kind of getting it here tonight. With this card, now's the time for you to treat yourselves to some leisure and some luxury. Oh boy, could I ever soak down into that. Just like sliding into a nice warm bubble bath. That's what I just saw. Some of you, I don't know about the luxury part. I'm not in any... Well, luxury, it depends what it is. It's subjective, right? But furnishing your home for some of you, that won't be happening here. I wish it was. Some of you are going to spend time tending your garden and putting out gratitude for having that garden, for the joy that it's brought you, the beauty that it's brought into your life, and you're putting it very tenderly back to bed for the winter. Another way to treat yourself would be indulging in your very favorite pursuits, whatever that may be, or otherwise just spending time on you, on yourself. This card is bringing forth that you could be feeling very, very rich in time and in money. In Cancer, you love your home, so you may look at redecorating a little bit, rearranging. You're making some kind of a touch, a change in your home. You don't want stagnation in your life, so you're just changing things up a bit. Something that simple can make a big difference in your daily life. This is intense. Whatever this is, go 100% on whatever it is you do to treat yourself, to say, I celebrate me. This is not my birthday, but I'm celebrating me today. Putting thanks up to the universe for being here, for bringing me here. The advice of the card is to devote time, and if you've got the money, devote some money into your own interest and into your home, your immediate world. You can become the center of your own world, and you can appreciate all the good things in life just now. So for some of you, what I'm feeling is you're in the month, um, where'd my card go? There it is. In the month of October, I see some good things coming forward for some of you. Okay, I heard somebody's on the edge right now. You're on the edge, and that's about to change. There's a shift going on here. Feeling like you're you're teetering on the edge of falling into something, and it's not good. It's not in your better interest. It's something you're trying to avoid. You keep holding back and holding back. Whatever that is, this is going, you worried for none. Really, you're going to find out. You're going to find out, Cancer. Things weren't as bad as what you were led to believe they were. For some of you, some things are just coming your way and falling right at your feet, falling right into your hands, falling right at your lap. It's intense. I can tell you that. Whatever's coming your way is something good. There's nothing negative about this card, by the way, Cancer. All of you take this card and embrace this card. Yeah, Kathleen. Whatever you've been fearing up to this point, there's going to be a switch off. There's going to be nothing. You get to take a couple steps backward, I heard, away from. You've got that space between you now. You're not about to fall off an edge. It's going to be a switch. It's going to be a change from where you're at right now. It's not for everybody, right? General reading. Some of you may not be on the precipice of anything, but some of you are. Cancer usually doesn't have anything come to them with ease, but I'm feeling with this card for you, Cancer, things, I'm hearing, for somebody, there's more than one thing that's coming at you with ease, and you don't even have to try that hard. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. Makes your everyday life just that much better. The pops of color coming into your life during this month, the rest of this month, is, I think it's a precursor for what's yet to come. It's a beautiful thing. Become the center of your own world for once. Just you. Just you. Feed yourself, nurture yourself. Allow yourself to be inspired. But become the center of your own world. What the hell? Other people do it. Why can't you, Cancer? Become the center of your own world. Treat yourself like your favorite person. All right? Like treat yourself like you're your own child that you love to the end of the. We need to do more of that. Not become selfish, not become self-centered. But if we put ourselves first, and we feed our needs, we allow ourselves to feel inspiration, and we take advantage of the joy when it comes in, makes us be better people for the other people in our lives. It's an improvement of who you are, basically. You're going to find yourself stopping to appreciate all the good things in your life just now, Cancer. Luxury, leisure, relaxation, home, abundance when used in the proper way, which is beautiful here. A sense of independence and generosity at the same time. Leaving you, what a beautiful position to be left in, where you can be generous to other people in your life. Not just, generous of money if they need it or support, generous of your heart, your love, generous of your time, generous of your attention. Somebody may need your ears. Cancers are good listeners, I know. My kids to this day will tell you how they grew up in my house. They said I should have had a shingle on the front lawn and said the listener. Because my door, they said, we never knew if we got up at 3 a.m. or 3:30 in the morning to go to the bathroom. There was always somebody sitting at the table with a roll of toilet paper if I didn't have Kleenex. And, I always got that at my door. people lost that had no one else to turn. I never gave advice. The Cancers can be good listeners. I just listened. 99% of the time, somebody comes to you for help. Oh, they don't want your advice unless they ask for it. Your opinion, what do you think? If they ask for it, be honest. Always be honest. But most people just want someone to listen. That's what I learned through those years. Most people just want someone that will just sit there and listen. I went through more cups of tea, more pots of coffee that I could even begin. But Cancer, be a listener for somebody. If somebody comes to you, drop what you're doing and give them your attention, because it's going to make a huge difference in their life. It might make their life. All right? We are all alike. It's true. It's true. My kids, I got 3 boys, they'll tell you that. Even my baby remembers that. The youngest one, he went, how could I forget? Oh my God. You know, we're not talking just women. Men would come through the door too. You know, I always felt like maybe just my being there made a difference. And it did make a difference. Nobody died on my watch. They threatened to until they left my house. They usually left whatever they're going to use behind and said, keep these away from me. I can't have these. I'll end up taking the whole bottle. You know, I had a man say that to me once. So I kept them, you know. But people need to know they're not alone. And when people are going through hard times and they feel like I just want to die, they're so overwhelmed, I just don't want to live. But there's a little part of them, the natural part of us that we're fighters, we're survivors. We fight to survive. And I don't know, it brings me peace to know that these people that I knew that they could come to my door at 1 a.m., get me out of bed, make me turn all the lights on in the house, put on the coffee, you know. And usually the sun would rise. I watched many sunrises with a lot of these people. Good memories, and they all survived. Every one of them survived. And it took nothing, so what? It took 4 or 5 hours out of my time. So what? I could sleep anytime. You know, not a big deal. The worst thing about Cancer is they usually can't help themselves if their heart's broken, or they're at that place. So maybe another Cancer coming in, right? Maybe. Who knows, right? The keywords for this card are beautiful, but I love the word abundance used in the proper way. Your needs for the rest of October, most of you are going to be okay. Most of you are going to be okay. You're going to have enough food, and you're going to have the sustenance of life, whatever you need to get through. You may not be stinking rich. You may not be wealthy. Go ahead, buy a lottery ticket. Who knows? The word abundance is in there. Abundance doesn't just cover money, though. Abundance covers the substance of your life and what it's about. Abundance of people, abundance of kindness, of generosity, of love, of enlightenment, abundance of patience, abundance of support, the things that we can give to other people. This is a card of celebration. It's a beautiful thing. The next card blew me away. This is Cancer for November. I don't like November. I don't like July. I don't know why. While November is so gray, and when I was very young on my own, November was never a good month for me. I remember that, and I dreaded it. Neither was July. If anything was, if shit was going to hit the fan, it would hit the fan those 2 months. And I just dreaded it. And November being what it is, and as I predicted, yesterday all my birch trees, they all turned that bright yellow and orange. And I thought, enjoy this while I can. I went to the beach yesterday, and it was a gorgeous, gorgeous day. I took video down there, and I thought it's all going to change tomorrow because that storm we had that kicked in this morning around 5 a.m. and the wind, the landscape looks so different, right? I don't know why I made that point, but I was making a point that had to do with this. I don't know. But things can change in a heartbeat. But this is a card about new beginning. November. I didn't like November, that's right. Everything looks so gray. Thank God for the evergreen trees. At least we have that. But all the hardwoods, they'll all be naked. Just like it's November already. Negative can come in abundance. That's why I always, when that word comes up, I say when it's used in its proper way, in the best way, which is a good abundance, not a bad abundance, because you can get bad luck and abundance of that. That's not happening here for Cancer. Shut up, Jennifer. What are you doing? Yeah. Sleeping's for the dead. Yeah, now it's for the living. Yeah. We don't want to try to let anything, this card in itself will carry enough negativity, that's for sure. I know what you're saying, Jennifer. I was just joking around. Ace of Swords and victory. Wow, 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 wow. This card for November has something to do with things that you've placed and planted in the seeds that you planted in your past. Seeds that you've planted in your past. The ace, of course, about new beginnings. This is a beautiful ace for Cancer. Oh my God. Decisions going in your favor if you're waiting on a decision. That's okay. It shows you're a genius level if you talk to yourself. Talk to myself all the time. Some of you, Cancer, are going to be making a smart decision in November, and it's going to lead you to immediate victory, whatever that means for you. If you've been held back or beset by any uncertainty, feeling a little lost, watching one delay after another, holding back your plans, the things you want to move forward with, and you have to keep pulling it back and pulling it back. But this ace is here to tell you, you are on the verge of a breakthrough, and you're going to cut through any confusion, any blocks, and you're going to be winning power, and you're going to find yourself in a position of being successful in something coming your way. Let me just give me a moment on this. Just give me a moment on this. I'm trying to leave myself open because, as most of you know, I'm an intuitive reader. I don't go exactly by the card. And some people it does affect that way, but what is coming for us? There could be new relationships or positive new beginnings in relationships. Maybe there's been some tension between your partner. Maybe life has been getting in the way. Maybe everything's become more of a struggle for the last while. And that's all about to come to an end. Coming up, catching your second breath, your second wind, and feeling like you can take the world on after where you've come from. A lot of confidence. This is a good thing. But with tension being taken away between a couple, because after a while you end up going at each other. You know, it gets to be too much. But there's going to be a positive new beginning. There's going to be some kind of a break in there. And you're going to be saying, this is great. We can get back to where we were. We can go back to who we were. Let's stop this foolishness. And we can move forward in a positive way. Abundance again. This sign is, this card is more of a sign of mental clarity as well, right? Because it is the Ace of Swords. Mental clarity. That's a beautiful feeling. It's like it's almost like half your oxygen was being filtered and you weren't getting a good breath of air, and all of a sudden that comes in and it fills every part of you. Boy, you're wide awake. You're re-energized. You're revived, rejuvenated. This card could show for some of you as well, becoming very sharp-witted, right on the ball, bang, bang, bang. There may be a legal victory for somebody or a triumph in an argument or a debate that you've had going on. You're coming out the winner on that. Here's the thing. The advice for this card is really simple, Cancer. If you use your intelligence, victory will be yours. Don't let emotion come in and throw you off kilter, mislead you in any way. Use your head, not your heart. When it comes to making major choices, and won't make sense to you right now, but it may make sense to you come November. To not let emotion take from the impact, the power of logic and intelligence, right? It has its own place, its own rightful place in everybody's life. Don't take away from that at this time. You got lots of time, Cancer. We're very emotional people. That's okay. There's a time and a place. The emotion will come later, but in the best of ways, all right? Your keywords for the Ace of Swords. I'm just going to hold it up one more time here for you guys, all right? So you enjoy looking at this card and get what you can get off of it vibrationally wise. Beginnings, new beginnings, decisions being finally made, you know, making that call that you didn't want to, I don't mean phone call, but pulling out a call that you didn't want to make goes very well in your favor. Taking action, no more talking about anything. Cancer, you're letting your actions speak for themselves. You don't have to open your mouth, right? A lot of clarity with this card. Feeling the determination you need to carry you through to any point where you want to be carried through. You're not going to have any problems. You're finding solutions where all you had was problems before, but now you're finding solutions and getting brand new ideas. You're bursting at the seams with ideas for your future. Everything is looking good. Anticipation with this card. Expecting the best, not the worst with this card. A feeling in ease with this card, but you're on the back side of that, you're saying, but I'm willing to work hard to bring goodness and abundance into my life here and start over, a new beginning. Feeling the tension leave, feeling the stress leaving. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. If you can get through in your mind for the month of November that the sun is shining every day, find a way to find that sunshine every day, you'll do okay. The last card blows me away. Got the Vortex, all about temptation. This card is represented by the Devil in the Rider's Waite deck, the regular deck, Rider Waite. But it's all about temptation. Normally, and I have to bring this forward because it's one of the common meanings off of this card. There's two common meanings, but the first one is affairs of the heart. I don't like to bring that forward for anybody, all right? That doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. I'm single, I'm alone, and it's all good, right? But for some of you, it's not the case. Some of you are not alone. Some of you, we'll come back to that. It's also a card of addictions. It's also a card, if you look at the metaphors behind the artwork here, being under control. These guys have no control. They're caught in these whirlwinds, these water spouts, whirlwinds, whirlpool. That's what they're called. They're each caught in a whirlpool. They feel like they have no control over their lives, over an addiction, over a habit, feeling lost, feeling out of control, and being tempted to do things that are not of Cancer character. And you can't do that. But the temptation is there. Here's the thing, and even with this card, it's a metaphor. Look how close they are to clear, smooth, calm waters. If they give up now, they'll never know how close they were. And for those that break the habit, those that deal with affairs of the heart and get past that, are going to say to themselves, if I knew it was going to be that easy, I would have done this a long, long time ago. So there's feelings of regret there. Yes, it is jugglums. Yes, it's okay, but most readers can't. Most readers can't. They have a hard time being objective reading for themselves. I don't read for myself very, very often. It's only once in a blue moon. I have friends, one who is completely, she's a psychic, and she reads me sometimes, you know, kind of a thing. People come forward. Sometimes we trade off, you know, kind of thing. But with the Vortex, let me get the book out here. It's the final. Temptation during the month of December for somebody. Knowing that you shouldn't do something, but you're going to do it anyway. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's not one of my favorite cards because it brings forth some unpleasant things that sometimes we have to deal with. And, but somebody's going to be, you're feeling trapped, or you're becoming like you're feeling trapped. You could, you know what? You could be enslaved by a job that you don't like, a financial contract that you're a part of, or even love and lust. The common meaning of the Vortex is affairs. A situation means basically overall, this is a card of having no control over your life. Feeling like you have no control over your life. Feeling that maybe another has more control over your life than you even do. Or feeling like other parties, maybe it's family, maybe it's coworkers, maybe it's friends, feeling like they have more control over you. Maybe you're easily influenced and easily led, and maybe you're sick and tired of that. I would be if I were you. I would be. I only do what I want to do. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about me. You know, when you're female and you hit 60, something snaps, just like that. And you say, if I'm lucky, I got 20 years left. They're going to be for me. I've been everything for everybody all these years. This is for me. And that's what you need to do. For the Cancers that are easily influenced by other people and easily led, you need to dig your heels into the ground and say no more. Absolutely no more. Always keep your integrity forefront and center, Cancer. Always do the right thing, Cancer. You can say and you can do what you want, but you know what? The universe, the creator, knows every atom, every molecule that makes you up. They know you inside out. They already know what you're true about inside and what you're untrue about, if there should be any untruths. You need to remember that. You're living under the microscope of the universe. All right? You always need to have the best intentions, and you need to feel that, and you need to mean that. Right? It's a strong card, but it focuses in on the less pleasant side of human nature. And how we this card overall puts you in a situation feeling, like I said, that you've got no power, that something else is taking the power. It also, with this card, it may apply to one or two people. You may be feeling attraction to a person. If it's not a person, then a situation that is no good for you. Not for you. All right? And you know that. And you need to follow through with that. I just heard somebody say, yeah, but I only live once, and this could be great. So what if there's repercussions? I'll deal with them. I'll deal with the fallout, but I want this experience. Remember, you dug your own way through. That's all I have to say to you there. This card usually represents addictions as well. As I said, to substances, sometimes to love. We get addicted to other people, and we find that hard to break, and they're the worst thing in the world for us. But here's the thing. Your bondage of any kind is usually just an illusion. You can decide to really break free anytime that you want to. But you need the want to in the first place to be successful in that, and you can. You definitely can. But you really need to want to. The advice of this card, if you decide it's time to break an agreement or break a habit, just do it. It's going to be easier than you think it will. Don't let your circumstances dictate who you are. Take back your power. Take your rightful place in the cosmos. Right there. That's your spot. Treat it the best you can. Life is a gift. Again, put thanks up to the universe for bringing you here in the first place. You weren't born addicted. Therefore, you can go back to being before the addiction. Right? Same for alcohol. Any kind of, physical addiction in that way, you weren't born that way. You can go back to that way. Before the addiction. Easily. All right. Choices, contracts, control, power, affairs, restrictions, and addictions. Okay? There you go, Cancer. There you go. Let me look. I don't know one more look here. Just see, I love that Nine of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. That's not bad. And the last card is taking power back over your life. That's the main message here. Anybody that's stuck in a situation, you can get your power back. Absolutely. Next reading coming up is Leo the Lion. Yes. Leo is coming up next. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, sir. And then these are the last two, and I'm done. I can't believe it. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. Oh, what was Cancer again? I missed it, Jennifer. Hi, Karina. Hi, Annie. I didn't get the timestamp for Cancer. Is that right? Freeze a millionaire, really? Good for you. Good. Doc. Yeah. I think I lost Jennifer. Anybody catch the timestamp on Cancer? Because I missed it. Oh, okay. Never mind. I got it. Never mind. Okay, 131. All right. Thank you very much, Jennifer. 131. There we go. All right, Leo. Thanks, Jen. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Thank you very much. Appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Nice to see you, Liz. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're just getting into Leo. And the last one will be for Virgo. These are the last two signs. Every other sign's been done. These videos come in two parts, part one, part two, of a collective reading. Hey, Lachey, what's up? All right, this is for Leo. Oh boy, Leo's always fun to read for. They're such a large personality. They have a strong presence. Bring forth for Leo what they need to know to help them through, to guide them through from now, October, and through the end of December. Good night, Kathleen. Thanks for being here. Oh, Pisces was last night. Pisces was the last reading for last night. I think it's at about the 2 hour and 24 minute mark, in about there from what Jennifer gave me for information. I don't know. But go to Bay of Fundy Fortunes, right? Bring up videos and click part one, collective reading. All right, for October through to December. And if for Pisces was the last one, go scroll. Just take your you know how to do that? Drag the scroll over to almost the very end, the last 20 minutes or so, maybe, last 30 minutes. And that's where you'll find Pisces. It was the last one. We began with Aries tonight. We began where we left off. Leo is 204. Okay, 204. Got it. All right. I'd like to see some of these major arcanas come up, some of the good ones. I just can't shuffle very well tonight. I don't know what is going on. Doing that for 2 nights in a row now, having a hard time shuffling. Thank you, Jiggleman. Jigglums. Grandpa's beard is Spanish moss. It's called something different all over the place. You usually find it growing on dead branches, dead trees. It's like a light lime green color, and it's just all a foamy looking, kind of hanging there, you know. Looks like a grandpa's beard. So it's highly flammable. You can pretty much start a fire anytime if you've got grandpa's beard. In the mix, you can start a fire. That stuff catches real easy. You can Google it. You can Google grandpa's beard or Spanish moss and look at it rather than me going and digging it out and showing it to you. So. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's get back here. Leo. Let's do another run through, Leo. And I'm going to cut the deck. Okay, first card. Nice, Page of Cups. That's for the rest of this month, Leo. Second card, November. Oh my goodness, Leo. Oh wow, Leo. And the last card for December. Nice. What a nice reading. All nice cards, all of them. They're all very good, Leo. Very, very good. Okay. Okay, bear with me one moment. Something broke down. Just a second. I gotta fix it. Oh. All right. Oh, my goodness, it's warm. I forgot to light my incense again tonight. That's okay. Light it now. Oh, come on. That one's probably going to go out again. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, where were we? We got the Page of Cups, imagination, Leo, so dramatic. That's the first thing I'm hearing. So dramatic. Leo can be. Not everybody, not all of them, but they can be dramatic. They can be demonstrative. They can be, when they want your attention, they want your attention. They usually get attention when they want attention. This is a card about finding your inner child mostly. There's a lighthearted atmosphere with this card. For the rest of October, this is applying to as well. Oh, good. They're both burning. All right. This page is bringing in an energy of youth, feeling young at heart. This card sees you in good company. It sees you having fun and good friendship. Strong friendship going on here. When this card shows up, it's also bringing you a message. Now, this is just for some of you now, that love is coming your way in the near future. So for those of you that are single, those of you who have been going it alone, doing the solo thing, and maybe you're tired of it, you picked the right time to get tired of it because there's something coming your way. So it's up to you what you do in the bigger picture, what you do with that. But when this page arrives in a reading, all your creative projects are all going to flourish. Not only that, For a lot of you Leos, we're seeing a rise in income. So somebody may be getting a raise, you may be starting a new job, you may be making money at something you never believed that you would. This could be, where it's a general reading, it covers a lot of different areas, but it's all in the good. It's all for the better. It's bringing you happiness. It's bringing you comfort. It's bringing you joy. It's bringing ease into your life. In some way, there's ease coming through, and you're due. Some of you are due. Some of you really had your nose to the grindstone. I don't care if it's in relationships. I don't care if it's in your job. I don't care what it is. But some of you really have had your nose down, and you've been really, really working hard. You've paid your dues. All right? The rest of October should be a cakewalk for you. You should be able to swim right through without any real huge challenges popping up on you in any way, shape, or form. But things are going to flourish. They're going to grow. The seeds that you've metaphorically planted in the past are starting to sprout now and come your way. You're feeling damn good about yourself. You're feeling pretty good about your life as well. You're feeling fortunate. Enjoy the lighter side of life right now is part of the advice of this card for you, Leo. And allow yourself time to play and let your imagination run free. You've got that luxury. It's a feeling of luxury. I have time on my side. I have freedom on my side. I can have fun. I can do what I want. There's just like, there's no stress. There's no tension. It's all been lifted. You've paid your dues. You feel entitled. You have every right to feel that way. Keywords here, companionship. Shows a lot of social activity here for you the rest of October and feeling comfortable within that as well. Outings, fun, playfulness, imagination. Love news for those that are ready for it. And finances rising to the top. There's no drop here for anybody. You're either staying the same, which is a good thing. You're not ending up below. But for some of you, there's a rise in income. Your next card, oh my God, for November. Le Soleil. The sun and happiness. It's a great card. I like this card. I say this an awful lot. Most of you heard me say this all the time with this card. We've got two mer children, mer girl, mer boy. And I'll show you in a second. But the graphics on the card show blessings coming down from, we'll say, father, son. All right, there's blessings being down. The girl is open. Her fin on her tail is holding her in place. And she's like this, ready to accept what's coming down, completely at 100% of trust and belief. The boy, his body language says, I want to believe, and he's watching the rays come through. And he wants it too as much as she does. His body's half turned because he doesn't trust completely what he doesn't see, what he doesn't know. One wrong thing comes out. Something looks off, I'm out of here. Body language says I'm running out of here. It's very apparent by the artistry within the card. That's what's going on here. It shows two sides of the coin. And we're not all the same. Some of us are quick to believe, quick to grab the joy that comes by, knowing that it might not come by again. Grab it while it's going. Others say at what cost? I want to do this, but what's it going to cost me? Kind of a thing. All right, and Leo is smart that way. You know, but this card sees you socially. A lot of things going on here as well. It is one of the best cards. One of the best cards in the deck. This is a very joyful card. It's a very happy. It represents happiness. It's a predictor of good things coming your way. It's predicting happiness and time for well-deserved relaxation. Leos are hard workers. They really are. If you've been feeling that life has been stressful for you lately, Leo, the sun showing up here is a welcome sign that the pressures are coming to an end and you're finally able to unwind. You may be spending time with children for some of you, or finding your own inner child and doing whatever it is that pleases you and brings you fulfillment. I'm feeling you're doing that anyway, right? For a lot of you, Leos aren't shy. They're not shy to say, I deserve this, I'm taking it. You know, there's nothing wrong with that either. You're realistic about it. You've worked hard for this. You do this. This card's also predicting some holidays away for some. pleasure trips, finding peace and contentment in a place that nurtures and inspires you. This is a beautiful thing. That really gives you something to look forward to. Maybe it's a trip you take every year. Maybe, right? Maybe this is your Christmas gift to yourself, is going someplace warm, you know? Maybe that's your gift to yourself. I don't know, but it shows you moving forward in that way. Maybe taking a really nice trip in that way. Giving to yourself, celebrating you. The sun favors creative pursuits as well. A lot of color going on in your life here. Beautiful colors. So you may turn your attention to hobbies, and creative projects now are going to flourish. As I said, that things will grow from this point. There's nothing stagnant here. There's nothing at a standstill. There's no darkness. There's no shadows with this card. Everything is above board. Everything is straightforward. Everything is true. It's all good. All of it. Appreciate your deserved success. This is a special time of rest and recuperation for you, Leo. Enjoy feeling safe and appreciate the harmony that is around you in your life right now, the most intimate, close parts of your life, private parts of your life. There's a balance going on here. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Keywords here are growth, children for some that are involved in this part of the month for you, joy and protection, holiday success, an overall beautiful feeling of contentment with this card. This is, you're being encouraged to believe. We're real quick to believe in the dark side of things, aren't we? We're very quick to believe that. We tend to hold back on believing in the good stuff, and I don't know why we do that. I don't believe that. Oh, that's just too good to be true. Oh, no, that can't be. You know, Leo, why the hell not? Right? Take that take charge attitude of why the hell not. Life is what you make it, is what you're saying. That's going to be your motto. Life is what I make it. Right now is damn good. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. This is beautiful for you, Leo, for the month of November. Fantastic. The next card's not that bad either. You know, you think it's just a 2. What can it mean, right? A little number like that, it can mean quite a bit. It can pack a punch. It can really bring forth some important stuff here, make you aware of some things that can make big changes in your life. So we got the 2 of Pentacles, and the 2 coming together as one is part of the meaning of this card. One unit, one entity, 2 coming together as one. This is also a card for some of you. You may be rich in options. Something's coming up for the month of December, and you're going to be rich in options. You're going to have choices. Okay. For some other sign, I might say you find that a bad thing, but for Leo, this is a good thing. This is a good thing to have these choices. Playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which way am I going to go? You know? Here it is. You're in the driver's seat, Leo. You can choose whatever way you want to go. That's what's the beautiful thing about this card. Is just that. It shows that choices or decisions are underway for you here. But it's nice to have options. It's working in your favor. You are considering these options. You're rehearsing all possible outcomes. So you're playing things out in your mind. Rather than taking any action at the moment, you're really playing things through. If I pick option number 1, I go that way. Here's the bigger picture. And you look at the other options that way. There's not a right or a wrong decision here. They're not right. It's what fits you best. What's working best for you. That's a big part of this for the month of December. This choice, you know, these options and choices could be concerning with, you know, could have to do with jobs or work, places to live, places to study, potential new homes, or even where you're going to travel to. As per the previous card, where are you going to travel to? And knowing that you have more than one option here. You go to Bahamas, you go to Jamaica, you go to whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? In your personal finances, there could be some demands on your resources, but that's okay. You don't mind putting money where it belongs and say that's expected. That is expected. I expect that. This is for good. You have no problem forking out extra money at all. No qualms about it at all, because in the bigger picture, it's for the good. Even if you pick a trip to go somewhere and it's more expensive from the other choices, that's okay for you. You're feeling like that's okay. I'll go where I want to go. Money's not going to stop me or limit me anymore. I'll live in the moment more. There's a promise, a self-promise, I'm going to live in the moment more than I do now. The feeling that life is way too short. We need to fill it up with more goodness. You may find yourself juggling maybe income and expenditure in order to balance the books, but balance the books you will. You're almost on genius level for the month of December. Everything's going your way. It's a beautiful reading for you. The advice of this card is to pay attention to details of any financial agreements. Be sharp on that, or even on any offers that come your way. Look for long-term benefits. Always look at the bigger picture, and don't take any shortcuts, because all you get is short-term gain. It's not anything that'll last or do you. It's a waste of your resources, your energy, your time. Look at the bigger picture. Even if it takes more from you, and you have to give, you get back what you put out. In this case, very much so. And nothing but the best for Leo. That's the way you're seeing things. Your keywords here are choices in property, finances, balance, judgment, contracts, and details. And looking at the finer points, catching things before they slide past you. You've got a horseshoe tied to your backside. Let's put it that way. Good things are coming your way, Leo. Like I said, you've paid your due. You've worked very hard. Now it's time for you to reap the rewards. And you're not going to have any problem doing that. And if anybody has any problem, tough for them. Sucks to be them, does it not? This is a very good reading for you guys. This is very, very, very good. Very good. I can't say enough about this Leo reading. This has been a very good reading. Wonderful for you, Emma. That's wonderful. So these were 3 really good cards for you guys. There's no getting away from it. Very good cards. All the way around. All the way around. Beautiful reading. You guys are lucky. December's going to be great for you. It's going to be a nice month. It's going to feel like one big long vacation or one big party. And you're having more outlook. Positive outlook for the new year coming up as well. So that's going to be interesting, is it not, to see what the new year is going to bring, 2020. Can you imagine? So there you go. You've definitely paid your dues, Joni. There you go. And that's what I'm getting as well. That Leos are very hard workers. That you can't take that. Nobody can take that from Leo. Very, very hard workers. Leo does whatever it takes to get things done, basically, right? There's a balancing going on. Everything's starting to balance itself out. And maybe it felt like there was a mountain that you had to climb, where things were against you for a while, where everything was challenging. You had to try extra hard. That's all lifting. Very good month for you. Probably one of the better readings. For October through to December is probably one of the better readings. All right, so now the last reading coming up for this collective reading is for the sign of Virgo. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful for me. This is for Virgo, for the rest of the month of October that we're in, and for the month of November, and the month of December as well, right into the very end of December. Come on. You're welcome, Joni. We'll say Virgo's at what, 226? I'm going to write 226 down, Jennifer. 226. There we go. All right. Okay. This is for Virgo. What's going on for Virgo? What's coming up? I'm a Virgo moon. Okay, we'll do it one more time. One more run through. Oh, Jesus. Ah. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck right here, Virgo. Okay, first card I've pulled is for this month here. Oh boy. Not necessarily a bad thing though. We've got the Ten of Swords. There's endings going on. And for the month of November, we have the Seven of Pentacles and potential. Nice. The final card for December for you, Virgo. Three of Wands. Motivation. These are all fine cards. Fine indeed. Not a problem there. Okay. So, the very first card we're looking at here, Ten of Swords, and you know, tens are all about endings in tarot, and not every ending is a bad ending. Some endings are good. Some endings we strive for, we work towards. You know, there's that side of what endings could be about. Good things, bad era, coming to an end, moving past something. It's over there. This argument's over. There, this relationship is over. There, this job is over. There, this is turning into something good here, kind of a thing, right? Thank you, Jennifer. And something new is coming in. It's almost like reminding me of the Death card. Whatever is no longer serving you is being removed from your life. So something new that can come in. That's what this card is all about tonight in this reading for Virgo. It is the ending of some things that were not quite pleasant. They're now over. You're moving past. You're letting go. Situations are letting you go, which is what you wanted. That's a good thing. None of these endings are bad. That much I can tell you. So this is a great way to start this reading out for you, Virgo. We're looking here. It seems intense. A natural progression, a natural ending of something, whatever that means for you. It's a summing up of something. It's the adding up of all parts and coming up with a total and a completion here. A finish line. Yes, very much so, Jennifer. For some of you, it involves some degree of drama. That's a given. This ending for some can also come as a shock and come as a relief, but in a good way, because it leaves you seeing the situation that this applies to, or even relationship for that matter, for what it was or what it really is, and it cannot develop and it cannot grow. So there's something here that's old and stagnant and shows no promising future of growth or anything good coming out of it at all. Therefore, this has passed on. It's time to let go. It's time to move on for some people. However unwanted, sometimes when the 10 shows up, we just cringe, right? But however unwanted this card shows up in anybody's reading, it does bring forth truth, and it helps you to see what does need to be released. It's in your face kind of truth. That may come as a shock. And another way of relief, well, I don't have to think about this anymore. I already know the answer. I know which way to go. This is over. This job is over. This situation is over. This friendship is over. This relationship is over. This illness is over. Do you know what I'm saying? It can apply to a lot of different things for a lot of different people. The advice of this card, it's time for you to just drop these, whatever this means to you, drop it. Just drop it literally, physically, drop it metaphorically, emotionally, mentally. Let it go. Focus on the present. Focus on your now, rather than dwelling on the past of what was. What was. It served its purpose in that time, in that moment in time, but it's not anymore. It just, you know what this shows? It shows you're moving forward and you're growing, Virgo. All right? Getting a little stronger inside. Learning to stand on your feet a little more, all on your own, right? And not feeling so damn afraid of everything all of the time, because that's what it is for some of you. You need to let some things go for some of you, and stop dwelling on the past, and not wanting, because you're unsure what tomorrow brings. You're unsure what the future brings. You'd rather stay stuck in the past. At least I know what's going on there. Even if it's not good for me, at least I'm familiar with it, and I know what's going. You know, that's not living. That's not living. You're just existing, but that's not living. You're just surviving, but you're not thriving. There's a big difference there for you, Virgo. All right, Virgo, you're meant to thrive and to go forward and to keep growing and adding more color into your life, more balance, more beauty. Your keywords for this card: completion, release. It's an important word here for you, Virgo. Drama, transformation. But there's victimhood, but there's truth. And with that, again, is shock, but shock in a good way. And if there's anything negative going on here with this card, it's dying off. It's going to the wayside. It's not going to be a big proponent, a part of your life anymore. The next card we're looking at here is the Seven of Pentacles. And sevens are all about possibilities in tarot. Anything's possible. And it's a nice card. We don't have the Seven of Swords, which is excellent. That's not so good. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. A lot of color coming into your life. A lot of possibilities. Getting more than one chance and one shot at something here for somebody. Taking a relationship to the next level and the possibilities that lie within that. Is seeing possibilities in your life that never occurred to you before. It's almost comical. It's giving you almost a giddiness. I never knew I had these options available to me, and now that I do, it changes everything. But there's a lot to be gained when this Seven appears. It shows that all the dedication that you've put in, Virgo, is beginning to pay off for you. It's bringing you a glimpse of the rewards that you seek. And while you're not seeing riches or acknowledgement that you dream of yet, you might just be getting by and pulling things off, but there is potential that's there for success, and you need to acknowledge that, and you need to think about that. You need to pay attention to that. This may mean a little more hard work. It could mean some sacrifice. It could mean taking up some of your time. And needing attention to details is very important here. But everything that you put into it, all the blood, all the sweat, all the tears, whatever it is to you, everything you put into it will be worthwhile and worth every bit of effort, every bit of energy. Go ahead and throw yourself completely into this. Your blood, your sweat, your tears. It's going to pay off for you. You'll be happy that you did. The advice of the card: don't doubt your abilities, or even the path that you've chosen here. You chose it for a reason. It was well thought out. Virgo doesn't jump on things. Virgo moves very, very carefully. For most, anyways, they're very careful about their movements. But you need to keep going, because you have picked the right way, the right direction. You are on a track of success. There's no stopping, no slowing down, no holding back at this point. You need to keep moving forward. Your keywords for this card are money, perseverance, and you have that, Virgo. Dedication, absolutely have that as well. Putting in a lot of work, investing a lot of your time, your money, yourself, your patience. And the final word on this card is success all the way around during the month of November. Things are looking really, really good. I'm feeling some of you are getting ready for 2020 during the month of November. And everything seems to be going just the way you wanted it to and the way you expected it to. And it's nice to see and prove into yourself that for everything that you've invested of yourself, all the blood, the sweat, the tears, the effort, the time, the patience, this is the result. And it's a beautiful example of when we give ourselves to something and we do our very, very best and nothing less. that there is a payoff there. There is a payoff. And you're seeing the results of that, and it's a beautiful thing. The last card here that we're looking at, and the last word in these readings, we've got the Three of Wands of motivation. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing for you. We're looking here at the three being a powerful number, a very highly revered number, a holy number. We've got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay? And it's a 3. A 3 is beautiful in this case. It's a card of motivation. I love the word motivation because that can be gasoline in your life. That's what gets you up out of bed in the morning, ready to start your day. This is what gives you reason to get up in the morning. This is what gives you reason to go to work. This is what gives you reason to interact, to put yourself out there, to move forward, to jump into a spot where you feel that it's yours and you claim it. I've got reason to be here. I've got the motivation behind me, and nothing's going to stop me now, kind of a thing. Beautiful card. Looking starry-eyed, bright-eyed, wide-eyed as a child for the newness that's out there that you never took notice of before. Why didn't I see that before? I didn't know that. This changes everything in the best of ways. Now I got reason. Now I got motivation. I got something under me that's pushing me. I've got a reason to be going after and doing the things that I'm doing. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. It just shows life. It shows energy. It shows, oh boy, it shows that it's bringing a lot of energy into your life, the best of energy, the good kind, and enthusiasm to all your activities. In love, for some of you, predicts a new relationship. It shows some of you attending celebrations as well, such as weddings and engagements. But there could be new love coming into somebody's life here. This card also is a brilliant card for travel, for the arts, and for some for sport too. Showing a dynamic attitude with this card that gets you results. You're ready to shift gears and make changes as they come. Should they come, you're ready for them. You're open for them. You're trusting them. You're looking forward to the unknown. You're looking forward to the mystery, solving mysteries, feeling things out, claiming things for yourself, not being afraid to step forward, Virgo, and claim what is rightfully yours, claiming your spot, your space in life, but being ready to shift gears at any minute because you know what this is all about. It's about change. It's about, it just shows life. It's a heartbeat on its own. You could find yourself taking an unusual approach to something. It could be some kind of a dilemma or situation, but trying something you've never tried before. It's worked for other people, and you said, I'm going to go in with this attitude and hope that I make it through with the situation, and it comes out in my favor, and it probably will because it's a beautiful card. Trying something new, not being afraid, finding ingenious ways to problem solve and to get your message across and your point of view. The advice is think laterally, try new ways to fire your communications and creativity. I call it thinking sideways, not just thinking outside the box. It goes beyond that. Going way out in left field and doing something that maybe has never been tried before. Maybe it's unprecedented. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll be the first. Maybe you'll find this way works for you. This is something more acceptable, more comfortable for you. But try something new. Don't be afraid of new. Don't be afraid of unique. What's the worst that could happen? Your keywords here, final words in this reading, are travel, relationships, weddings, celebrations, gatherings, originality, success, the arts, and sports as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome. There we go. That's it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Am I ever hungry? My stomach's ready to start growling, and I get so hungry doing readings. But I hope, Virgo, that you enjoyed this reading. I really do. That was nice. It was nice to end on something. There's so much positive positivity in that reading for Virgos. It almost shows like you're getting ready to bloom, like you've grown, you're there, but there's been big parts of you, personally, the deep part, that you've held back on. You don't need to do that anymore. I think 2020 is going to be a big change for a lot of you Virgos. A little more aggressive, a little more go for it kind of attitude, and trusting in that. If you know, Murphy's Law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. If you're so quick to believe that, why can't we believe in anything that can go good and beautiful and powerful in our favor? Can go beautiful and powerful in our favor. It's just as easy to believe that as it is the other stuff, right? You're welcome, Eccentric, and welcome back as well. Thanks, Jennifer. Hi, Jeannie. Couple people from Arizona in here this evening. Thank you very much, Jeannie. I appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time to share that. You're welcome, D'Amica. Very beautiful and blessed reading. Very, very, very beautiful. And I'm happy for all you Virgos. And I got Virgo moon, so I can take a little bit of that for me kind of things. So, hi, Karina. I was blessed with 2 very positive readings. Aqua Virgo. Isn't that nice for you? And you're due some good too, Karina, correct? You're due some good in your life. I hope everything works out the way it should, that there's justice in the world for you as well, that things are going to come your way. We're hoping for some back time for you as well to really get you on your feet. So, but good things are coming for a lot of you. But I'm feeling more of an outgoingness for Virgo, more outgoing, because Virgo likes to keep the peace. Virgo, if they have to stand a little bit back in the shadows to keep peace, they will. But something's changing for some of you. You're more upfront, out there in center, and you're not hiding anymore or holding things back. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. You're welcome. Thanks, Jeannie. Thank you very much. It was really nice for you all to be here tonight, by the way. Tomorrow night, if all goes as planned, I'll be doing some mini readings. If you guys like to stop and even hang out and watch them going on, you're more than welcome to. But we'll try to get a bit of an earlier start, because some people, the time change between where I'm at and where they're at is difficult. Try to come up with different times. There doesn't seem to be any one good time or where, you know, you get the most people to come in, but I like to vary it so everybody gets a chance, everybody gets something out of it. So anyways, please come back at some point tomorrow. So there you go, Christine. You bite your tongue so much about being a Taurus, Virgo, rising, Sag moon. That's funny. It's funny, Jennifer. I know most people say, Natalie, you would know about biting your tongue. You just let it all rip out. You just let it go. No, I don't. I do bite my tongue a lot. Believe you me, I do. I really bite my tongue a lot. People don't really want to know what I really think about certain things. So I keep my thoughts and opinions to myself, you might say. What's the point? But I try not to get too personally pulled into stuff like that. So, Yvonne, Pisces was last night. Go to 2 hours. Go into Bay of Fundy Fortunes here on YouTube, and bring up the videos. Click videos. Pisces, scroll. Take your mouse, click down, and pull it almost to the very end of the video, because Pisces was the last one that was read last night. The timestamp we have for Pisces is in around 2 hours, 24 minutes. And that's a timestamp. About 2 hours, 24 minutes, I think. It's towards the end. It's the very last one. And this evening we did part 2 of collective reading. This was continuation of the signs, and we began with Aries. So there you go. Thanks, Christine. You're welcome. So there we go, everybody. The signs are all done now between here. I don't know. They were different. They were strange. I keep trying to come up with new things. I go, nah, that doesn't sound right. Nah, just different readings to give us a variety. It makes it a little more fun for me. I'm not doing the same damn things over and over again. I'm glad, Christine, you guys are really stepping up front and center. I'm not sure, Elizabeth Vacquez, it'll be tomorrow evening at some point. Anytime, I'm on Atlantic time, so you have to Google what Atlantic time is compared to your time. But right now it is like 11:30 at night almost. One more minute to go. It's 11:30 p.m. And I usually come in about somewhere between 7 and 9. In between those hours is usually when I finally got my act together and I'm ready to start. You're welcome, Christine. You have a good night too, Karina. Yep, November's going to be a really good month for you guys. So is October. And they were all good cards. They were all good cards, but it shows changes. Some Virgos, a lot of Virgos have a timid side to them. That's going right out the window. They won't be disrespectful or throw their weight around, but they're taking their rightful place in where they need to stand in their lives. Yeah. You're in New York. You're an hour behind me, I think, Elizabeth. So anyway, everybody's dropping like flies now. The readings are all over with. Everybody put up thanks to the generator. She's a generator. That's her new nickname for Jennifer. She's the moderator and her name's Jennifer. Generator. How dorky am I? Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for being here. You're always here and very much appreciated. Thank you, Jeannie. Thanks for being here. Jennifer. Yeah. Jennifer's got the patience of a saint. She's got more patience than I do, believe you me. You know, like it was last night, didn't I jump the gun? I jumped on somebody because I thought they were being sarcastic. Because I was telling a story. I was in the middle of doing one of the signs, and I had the card up, and I started telling to something about a personal experience I went through that had to do with that card. And this person came in and they said, you know, what's going on here? Are we just having a chat, or is there like an actual reading going on? And I took it as sarcastic. I was like, law. I went off. Ended up apologizing. Oh my God, I didn't mean it that way. What I meant was I just want to know what was going on because it just came in. Are we just having an idle chatter, or are we doing readings? And I didn't. You know what? All you guys have to do really is look at the title. There's a title there. And it tells you what the readings are about. Basically, what this reading is about. So yeah, I jumped the gun too. We're not all perfect. Ah, thanks, Eccentric. I noticed you've been gone for a little bit. So welcome back. Oh, really? A Virgo Libra party? That's interesting. Yes, thank everybody for being here. It's just been beautiful. It's been really enjoyable, and I'm glad we got through them. I'm glad I did these readings. They're kind of better than a mid-month reading, really. Moving ahead a little bit. Maybe New Year's we'll do a whole year one for each sign. You know, maybe I'll pull a certain amount of cards and we'll go through, or it'll be just a whatever. I'll come up with something. I'd like to do something different for the new year. So 9:54 where you're at? Okay, yeah. But this was fun. I'm glad we did them, and now they're done. Everybody can take heart. And anyways, I always come back and check because they're replayable. You can hit the replay button to see them. Tomorrow I've got a couple private readings to do, but once they're done, that'll free up. I'll get some rest in the afternoon and the early evening, and then I'll come in and do the mini readings. They're always a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm going to really say goodbye this time. It was real. It was a nice time. Thanks, Elizabeth. Thank Christine. And thanks again, Jennifer, our generator. We'll talk to you all real soon. Hope to see a lot of you back here again tomorrow night. Remember, the way it works, give any size donation, and I will pull one card. And you're allowed to ask one question. Then I'll pull your card. Any size donation. It's up to you what you donate. All right, so we'll hope to see you all back tomorrow. tomorrow night. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it very much. Every one of you. Have a great weekend.